It's not been that long since Jeddah, it feels like, but how were you feeling coming into this week?
I was very excited. I was so excited because it's a really short break, actually, like time frame between us launching as a team, which was like this huge moment, and like an insane couple of weeks in Jeddah, and then obviously going straight on to Alula. Yeah, I was really excited. I was looking forward to getting back into the mix with everyone. What about you?
Yeah, excited. Was really looking forward to like making the most of the Jeddah experience, going from no E1 experience to a whole race of experience and testing, and Pilot Academy was like a big jump. So how could we make use of that here? So yeah, let's go with excitement.
We were feeling like we knew a bit more about the sport going into this round, but I think we knew we still had a lot of catching up to do and a lot to learn in terms of how the boat work, how the strategies work, because there really isn't a racing format like this in the world.
It's our second race as a team, and you know, I think we're all coming together and starting to gel as a team, understanding what everybody does and who's doing what. And we had a great plan this weekend. I think we stuck to our plan. However, we've learned that some of those decisions we're going to probably change again now for next race.
I'd echo some of that. I think also pretty fired up and pretty excited for the weekend. And we were able to approach it, certainly from my perspective, in slightly less of a breathless fashion. We're able to kind of like focus a little bit more on not just getting there on time, but actually kind of the racing.
Qualifying was really tricky for sure. We made some adjustments that we thought were going to send us in the right direction, and they actually sent us in the wrong direction. So we were playing catch up ever since qualifying. It was
to motorsport.
Yes, exactly. So you know, we had a much better day today, but I think this qualifying was definitely the biggest struggle this weekend.
There's so many variables with this series. The sessions are short. We don't get a lot of sessions. And there's just, yeah, so many things move. The circuit moves every time. It's water, like it changes every lap. Based on this really limited data that we've got still because of our lack of experience, we had to make some quite big calls on how to take the setup direction, and like we just didn't get that right. We really did learn from that. It's not just trying to put a positive spin on it, like that's actually really useful data for us.
I think the hard thing about choosing a setup here, it's a new learning curve for everyone, and also when something feels fast, it's not necessarily fast and the other way round. So we had to do it and we had to test it for the lap times. And then the hard thing with this sport at the minute is that we have to stick with that through the rest of the day. We're not able to switch that up until the boat's craned out in the evening.
Today wasn't what we wanted in terms of the raw results, but we figured out quite a few big things that were question marks for us in Jeddah, which is really positive. It was small details that didn't go our way today. It wasn't anything really badly wrong. It's a complicated series, it's a complicated format. You have to get everything right every time to give yourself a good chance.
I was feeling quite confident actually. We just struggled on the starts again. You really got to be there in the beginning, and so we struggled there for sure, but you know, we gathered some back and kind of get some decent pace even when we were in the back, and it's tough with the water. Being in the rough water in the rear of the field is never easy, you know, you're struggling that much more, right? So, you know, overall for our race pace, I think we gained a lot this weekend. We really struggled in Jeddah with race pace, and overall quite happy with how it went. It didn't obviously go the way we wanted it, but we're still learning here for sure.
John had a great saying when we started, before we even got on the water, that the very first race we win as a team and we lose as a team. I think everybody on this team today feels different areas of where we can improve. You know, every driver wants to be on the podium, every driver wants to win. So I think in the position we're in, I think we handled it extremely well. I think we all got the right attitude.
So obviously Greg had some other commitments this weekend, but we've had Elliot has come in as a kind of super sub with working with James, and again they've both done an amazing job, right? The boat is still pretty new, we're still finding things out with it, some things are still getting shaken down, and they're just on top of it. The attention to detail is incredible, but yeah, what impresses me so much is the way they just immediately get on with the job.
We're not here to take part, we're here to win. We've got two champions in their respective disciplines in the team. Mark's got tons of experience, the mechanic's got tons of experience. We're not here to make up the numbers. Climbing this learning curve, like figuring these lessons out, feels painful. The silver lining I have to take from it today is that we ticked a load of other boxes. We learned a load of lessons, and we will take those into round 3.
I think March is going to be one of our busiest months. Having just launched the team a month ago, actually we haven't really been able to lay a lot of the foundations on who we are as a team. Just there's so much to do on that front, and then working so closely with our awesome stakeholders. What do they want to get out of the season? Like how are we going to achieve that for them? So there's a lot to do, and that's the bit I'm really excited about as well.
So we'll have a debrief meeting next week when everyone's, especially Barney, our engineer that has got a lot of stuff to look through, to see some trends and to see some patterns that might not be obvious to us as drivers. We don't have any simulator training, there's not anything like that at the minute. So for us, we have a lot of race viewer software that we can watch, which is the kind of GPS tracking of the boat on the course, which is run out of race control, which is really useful to be able to compare our top speeds compared to the other boat's top speeds, and video footage to be able to see how we're handling the boat, because we can learn a lot from each other. We both have different driving styles, so I spend a lot of time watching your videos. I don't know if you spend any time watching mine, but we'll see.
Barney is very, very good with data, and our debrief will be all about analyzing and really looking at what we're going to be able to get out of the race bird for the next event. Look at the race course we're going to, and now we've got some data on 2 races that I think we're going to be able to use and put sections together and really, really focus on coming into that next event so prepared that when we get there, the decisions are already made.
Hugely proud, emotionally charged and proud of the way in which this group of strangers have come together in service of a single goal, right, which is to win. So I could not be more pleased with this group of people, this team, at the end of this round, if I tried. And I have no doubts about the way in which we're going to go about delivering results ultimately.